from the people who have brought you not being happy about Kanye.
Yeah.
I have another problem with hockey where they say it's too white.
For people that don't know, that's the Hockey Night Canada theme song. Or was.
The NHL diversity chief said there are too many white people in hockey and promises to fix the problem. I mean, this is a problem that's been going on for a while. They've been chomping at the bit to get their little paws on hockey.
Though.
You know what
no
I mean?
Hockey too white.
There isn't a hockey too white yet.
I'm
hoping to change that.
Yeah.
Puck is it's the one sport where you go, this has got to stop. And the NHL found that the 83% of the workforce is even white, which friggin' grinds my friggin' gears. You know what I mean?
I think they should make the ice black and the puck
especially
white.
in our country that's 83% white.
It was 83% white. They should make the ice black puck white. What do you think? Would that do anything?
Well, this is the kind of things that I think that we need to, when we're talking about how to solve these problems, a lot of people will go, the government should do this, but they're not getting to the root of the problem.
No.
So, for example, that idea, making the puck white. Love it. Instead of
really just appeal to Gordon Kappas Casing, who's fucking just cracking a butt.
I would like to see some drill. You tell me you wouldn't want some of the hockey cheerleaders come out nude with skates on?
Yeah. I mean, I would want to see that, actually.
How about this? Instead of a puck,
sure,
it's like a ball, and then instead of a net, it's like a hoop. No skates, shorts, and basically every point's 2 points, and then there's like a 3-point line sort of thing.
Point.
Yeah, so that might be an option.
Yes, but definitely no penalty box anymore, because that's
fouls. Maybe.
Well, that's too much like the prison industrial complex, right? It's like having it's like that is prison, right?
Yeah,
so you gotta get rid of that for sure.
So no penalty box, and what if instead of that? Yeah, they have maybe like a foul sort of system, and then you get to shoot, and then you get to shoot extra goals.
Oh yeah.
So that's an option?
I think so.
Instead of playoff beards...
I think we've cracked it.
Instead of playoff beards, what about a playoff thin mustache around the lip?
That's not bad. Playoff cornrows.
Playoff cornrows.
Yeah.
So these are sort of options.
Yeah.
A playoff Michael Jordan thin mustache. I don't want to say the Michael Jordan mustache.
Yeah, not that Michael Jordan mustache that one summer. Check out that.
Okay, so not the playoff Michael Jordan mustache from the one summer, if you know what I mean.
He was no longer a player.
The Kanye mustache.
Kanye mustache, yeah. You can't say that either.
How about this?
It's really the Vince Carter. It's the lip liner.
The lip liner.
Yeah.
Menthol chew. So a lot of hockey players like to dip chew.
Yeah.
Menthol dip.
I like that.
Only. Exclusively.
Only.
The reverse of what California's doing.
Yes. And maybe like in the because they do it in like a water bottle.
I'm listening.
Hennessy bottle.
Hennessy bottle.
Empty Hennessy bottle.
Now we are just getting stereotypical.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they want, no?
I guess so.
Yeah.
20-inch rims on the Zamboni.
Hashtag hockey too white.
And instead of a Zamboni, they should call it like a lit bony. Because you are thinking about, some guy that grew up in an area where most people he knows watch basketball or football.
Yeah.
They don't want anything to do with hockey. Whether, every Indian dude I know didn't fuck with hockey. Most of the black guys I know, for some bizarre reason, liked basketball.
Yes.
What if we made it a lit bony? We got the lit bony, you have some hip hop blaring from it. Something that was sort of more culturally relevant.
What about, because it's not just about black people, right? Like, what about like
calling chiclets grills?
What about a Fast and the Furious type deal where you get those drifters to do the same, like an Asian person who does like the drifting to go ride the Zamboni.
Drifting on the Zamboni to get Asians in.
Yeah, to get the Asians in, we go, here's some drifting for you.
Instead of popcorn noodles.
Yeah, here's like popcorn noodles. It's like, this is like a Mazda MX-5 or something, or whatever that car was.
Chiclets. I'd like to say grills. And you know what the problem is? You don't see, if you're a black kid, you don't actually see that much representation. So until that gets fixed, maybe like a couple of the players play blackface to sort of
I'm listening.
You know what I mean? Because then you'd watch and you go, there's no black guys. And you go, oh, those three are really black.
Or I got a better idea, because that's what you just said is very offensive. But
Okay.
if you're not...
Well, sometimes you got to crack a few eggs.
But if you've been watching hockey recently, so you know the overlay technology is getting so good right now, where they've, like, even though they have normal boards with ads, they now have overlay boards with ads where even if they skate by, it like doesn't break the
What are we getting in there?
overlay. We overlay on the faces.
Oh, so I got you.
So
yeah.
the player does it, because again, that might fuck up their playing, but what if just CBC goes, hey...
Just straight up
we're-
CGI a black face on one of the faces.
it can be done. They can literally put any ad on the boards, any ad on the ice.
And then you give someone a bonus. You go, you get an extra $100 a game.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're willing to have your face CGI'd.
Yeah.
So that's a huge one. Maybe Kaepernick skates. I feel like that could help a little bit.
Maybe Kaepernick just plays. I think we just put him in the NHL.
Put him in.
Put him on the first line on the
Put
Oilers.
him in.
Him and Connor McDavid and then Draisaitl on one line. Do you understand the damage they might do?
And then you could know what Kaepernick should be a goalie, because then when you go on one knee, it's sort of like that's a move that they do anyway.
And then when he makes a glove save, he's like this.
So Kaepernick could play goalie. That might help.
Kaepernick goalie,
Drum up
yeah.
some things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
all black pads.
I really do all black pads. They need to work on the slang too. Like they should ban the word like beauticians, for example,
Sure.
and they should only be able to say, for example, liticians.
Liticians, I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or lit guy. And then change the names in together. Like instead of the Toronto Maple Leafs, the New York Rangers, what about like the New York Good Dancers, something like that?
That's pretty good.
The New York, like
We could still be the LA Kings, though. LA Kings stays.
LA Kings.
If anything, it's you go like the CFL, where we go, there's another team called the Kings, too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's two
back-to-back
Kings. Maybe one team called the Queens.
Yeah, okay. So the back-to-back Kings.
Yeah.
And then you have, the lit
Hear me
guys
out.
are
The
like
Calgary wet-ass pussies.
Calgary wet-ass pussies, maybe like the Phoenix boom bats.
The Bombacluts? The Barry Bombacluts.
Yeah, the far Rastafarians or something like that.
I think we're making some headway here.
And instead of calling hair lettuce, all
Yeah.
these hockey players, there's all these white slangs, right? It is, they go, oh, you got some lettuce on your head, bud.
Yeah.
What they should do is call that like couscous, or maybe something
Sure.
what's a food that looks a little more like an afro?
Cabbage?
Pumpkin?
I guess that's too close to lettuce.
this guy's got like a pumpkin. Look at that fucking pumpkin.
Look at that fucking pumpkin, bud.
Oh, buddy's got a pumpkin on his head, eh?
I honestly could see some hockey being like, we already fucking say pumpkin.
When they
okay?
say pumpkin for something.
Yeah, pumpkin's already something, okay?
Look, this guy's got a fucking pumpkin on the noggin. So that's if you have like a good, like if you're growing out the hair for the playoffs, they call it a pumpkin instead of lettuce.
Sure.
So these are sort of maybe, and celebs, you'd probably want young Jeezy out there.
Yeah, there
at the
is.
games. Give him
Who's the one who
courtside
goes to the
seats.
Florida Panthers game? Who was like, I think it was Kodak Black, maybe.
Kodak Black likes it.
Well, I think it was him, or I think it was him, and he was like in the box, and literally like there was some girl like twerking on him, like in the
Nice.
box.
Kodak Black's hilarious.
During the game. I think it was Kodak Black.
He's funny, dude. He makes like the funniest Instagram stories.
Yeah. He was
Dude, he'll post stuff where it's like him with like 6 girls kind of thing, and he's like, these are all the bitches. Also, my grandma's here. he's always like with his like grandma.
Yeah, it was
like a
Kodak
bunch of
Black.
bitches.
It was Kodak Black at the Florida. He's a big Florida Panthers fan. Snoop Dogg, obviously. He's a big LA Kings
There
fan.
we go.
They tried. That's the thing, is that was the laziest attempt at like
Get
the
Snoop
NHL.
Dogg.
They go, let's throw $1 million at Snoop
Also,
Dogg.
Snoop Dogg will do anything. You know what I mean? They probably didn't even find out. You go, Snoop Dogg's doing this with 9 other sports. Snoop Dogg's, there's nothing Snoop Dogg won't do. Snoop Dogg's probably out there supporting
Field
like
hockey.
the LA fucking, table tennis team. You give Snoop Dogg $1 million, he'll be at your swastika foundation.
He's a hired gun.
Snoop Dogg is 100% clout for hire.
For sure. I guarantee you, Snoop Dogg, you could get him at some just like UJA, like United like Jewish Appeal, just like dinner. Just shows up smoking blunts. Everybody's like, is that the Snoop Dogg?
Has Snoop Dogg ever said no to something in his career?
Yeah, if the money wasn't right.
Dude, there was a point where he was doing like rap features on other people's albums, and there would be legitimately, I would guess he just goes and records like 70 a day. You know what I mean? It would always be these songs like the Katy Perry types. Those are probably the big money ones that he wanted to do anyway, but it'd be like, And that's the girls of the summer, and we're the girls of the summer.
He goes, yeah.
Girls.
He goes, yeah.
Yeah,
The girls of the summer.
that's exactly what it was.
You know that we got the number one Hummer. And you're like, he sounds so
Always
distinctive
that.
too, where it's like his style is so distinct.
He
Where
sort
it's
of
like,
said-
doesn't even matter what he says. It's just
course.
really the sound that's coming out of him is so unique that you go like, that's what you're paying for.
And I'm sweaty from my Pilates class. Sweaty from my Pilates class. And I'm getting ass.
Yeah, you got that ass in the Pilates class.
Snoop Dogg said no.
It's a Snoop D-O double G. You know how we be.
Yeah, he never says no to anything, right? Anyway, so if they're listening, we've sort of solved the problem
NHL,
for
you
you.
bunch of turkeys, if you're listening to us.
We're on to something with the pumpkin idea.
Yeah.